Please stay. I just had the most god-awful cup of coffee I have ever had in my life. You've got to try it. I drank it at a local diner, charging specialty prices like they didn't buy it from Costco 3 weeks ago in bulk, new 3-pound size Folgers tubs. Not cans, tubs. Plastic versions of the ones that my great-grandfather used to spit in when I was a kid, boasting mountain-grown quality since 1850, his half full of saliva and cancer, whose threats amounted to little more than minced words when dementia beat his gums to the punch. Look, eventually, we're all going to have to leave, but slow down. Stay a while. Let's not force it. Gigi used to shuffle down the hallway through shag carpet that covered the house with tentacles, or a 1,200 square foot trampoline, like Jesus, the only name that he never used in vain. Gliding over storms to take his friend's hand, the old man would float around the corner and high-five the grandkids with a thin-lipped grin like, "Child, you have no idea what life is. I want to find out." We had to jump to reach his hand, and the smack of our skin sounded like a pop tab cracking into the morning Budweiser he'd drink as religiously as you'd sip a cup of coffee at 7 a.m. He's all beautiful and weathered and leather-skinned, like maybe gutting so much of that dip throughout the years finally began challenging just how much a body can tolerate before it starts to break down. I know you ask yourself that same question all of the time. Spit it out. I'm still here. You're still here, and still maybe as much of a miracle as here ever was in the first place, so let's not waste it. We're still here to make a memory today, trying to cover up the taste with cinnamon and mocha powder, neither of which quite get the burn out, but we know how that goes. You've got enough experience with people trying to tame solar flares with band-aids to know that sprinkling platitudes onto the scars on your arms will not be enough to convince someone that life is beautiful. But perhaps the wonder of another human being actually subjecting himself to drink this cup for the sake of being in your presence will. Anyway, I'll tell you all about him if you want, but this cup of coffee, God, it is horrible. You've got to try it. I want to hear about your family. Tell me about your great-grandfather and how he got through the Great Depression, and tell me how you'll get through yours. This moment is a part of it. Breathe. I want to high-five my son's son, wearing whatever vintage is 65 years from now, with beauty and pain and wonder and presence written into the fault lines all over my face, like I have made my mistakes. And the earthquakes are real, but they shape you, and the ravines created are gorgeous places to let the sun cast its shadows through. We can hold one another's hands in the process. I'll let you squeeze until mine breaks if you must, but don't let go. Tell me about the love of your life and what color her eyes are, and whether the tint seems to change depending upon what she's wearing that day. My wife's fluctuate between special dark and milk chocolate, and she is worth living for. Please stay. I know you need ears to hear that kind of thing, and I know that those kinds of ears are miracles. I know it's not as simple as being committed to either life or death, but I know that there is still breath in both of our lungs, so while there's still time to say it, please stay.
And so, I'm like, okay, so we're walking down to the car, and I'm walking past the cop and the ranger's just staring at me, and I'm expecting him to stop me and ticket me because we're on an illegal trail, and he just stared at me, and we just walked by everyone, by the helicopter,
he's probably like, these kids
truck,
learn their lesson.
Freaking cop, freaking ranger car,
Oh my gosh.
and we just walked past them all and got in the car, and I was just sitting in the car like this, And I turned on the car and I like turned around and started driving away. And I was like, we're good. And then I just was like, we didn't pay anything. And then
No way.
we went and got Chipotle and she bought me lunch because I carried her up a mountain.
And then you married Solveig.
And then I never hung out with her again. And I definitely did not go on a hike with her again. That was it. I pretty much just, like, we went back, got lunch, and then I dropped her off and I was like, no.